Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So a special episode today with a fantastic guest, and it's part of a new series I'm running, and it's going to be called My Most Loved Fragrances. In this series I'm going to interview a series of fragrance personalities and YouTubers about their 5 most cherished fragrances, and they're going to let us know why they love these 5 so much. Before we get into that, don't forget I've got a special code SMELLY10 for the executive shaving website, which is linked in the description. If you are in the UK or the EU, they have a fantastic range of very well priced fragrances, including the stunning Nevis by their own brand, and that's a brilliant GIT or Green Irish Tweed smell-alike fragrance, and amazing value for money. And there's loads of really good shaving products too, so check them out, linked in the description. Also, if you want to see an extra video from me each week, check out my Patreon group, the Private Members Club, where you can also join up by following a link in the description. Let's get into the video now. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So a special edition today, and we have a very special guest indeed, and it's Clemence from Clemence CVC Fragrance, a fantastic fragrance personality with a wonderful YouTube channel, which I will link in the description below, and a great Instagram page too. So the lady with the wonderful, famous French accent and a fantastic knowledge of fragrances that I'm really happy. We met in person once, didn't we? Back in February, and it's a real honor to have you on the channel. What we're going to do today then is Clemence is going to share with us her 5 most cherished fragrances in her collection and a little bit of information about what's so special about these. So, hello Clemence.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Bonjour. It's great to
what a beautiful accent.
Yes, I'm afraid my GCSE French was not enough to really have a conversation with you in French, so we'll stick to
perfect. I think it's really good.
Merci beaucoup. Yeah. Où est le boulangerie, s'il vous plaît?
What? How do you say that? And you say you don't speak French. Come on. You just asked me where the bakery is.
Yes, this is all I can remember from school, you know.
If you know that in Paris, you'll do very well. You can live over there. You've got the best information.
That's très bien, yes. Je ne parle français pas très bien. Je suis désolé. So we will converse now in English, I think, which
yes,
luckily you are very good at. So that's going to be great. Okay, so Clemence, before we get into it, you're going to pick 5 great fragrances, and I'm really interested and intrigued to know about them because I think you've got a very unique taste in fragrances. But I just want to know a bit more about you, and I'm sure the viewers do too. So you are originally from France. Which part of France?
So I was born in Paris, but I was living all my life in Brittany. So that's West Coast.
Lovely. So that's the quite close to where we are in the UK.
Exactly. It's just in front of, so it's as rainy. It's the same, basically, but we speak French.
Yes, that's it. And it's beautiful. I've been there once or twice as a kid. And how long have you been living here in the UK?
It's been 4 years and a half now, so it's going very quick. Can't believe my English is improving. Finally.
It's flawless. It's excellent. Okay, fantastic. And what happened with the fragrance stuff then? I mean, obviously France is known as a country that I think if we thought of what's the fragrance capital of the world in terms of one country, most people would say France. But I think you are even more interested in fragrances than the average French person. So how did that happen?
I think it's something that is an heritage for my family. All my grandmother, my mom are passionate about fragrances. I used to see a massive collection of my mom's, and I used to smell them all the time. And my mom thinks it's very important, like, to actually wear fragrance. So she always told me to wear certain fragrance for different things. So, you know, it's a family heritage, really. And she's really interesting. She used to get me, like, in fragrance boutiques, or we used to seek vintage fragrance as well together. So, you know, it's a family business, I would say. We're really interested in everything that smell good, and just, like, you know, the industry, the story as well behind. And I always love to learn about, like, fragrances in books, especially around stories like Mademoiselle Chanel or stuff like that. I used to love that. As long as you can tell me a story, I'm interested. So I think that just came really naturally. And then, like, a few years ago, I decided to put naturally my passion on Instagram. and it did work for some reason. I don't know, but yeah.
That's fantastic. So yeah, so it was in childhood. So you've always been into fragrances, and then the next question was, how did the social media, the Instagram and YouTube come about? Which came first, and how long ago did that start for you?
So Instagram, I would say 3 years ago, maybe a bit less. Well, I decided really to put more really focus on fragrance 2 years ago on my Instagram, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put only fragrances here. That's it. And then for the YouTube, it was 1 year and a few months ago, something like that. I remember I was with meeting Chris from Fragmento, and we were supposed to do a video for his channel, and I never did any video before, so I was freaking out. And
Right.
yeah, and he was really nice with me, and he was really lovely. And he said, "Oh, you should do a YouTube channel." I said, "I can't. Like, I don't know. Like, I will see my face, and I will criticize myself too much. Don't want to do that." And then after he launched the video, I was like, "You know what? Like, let's just do it." And I've just done it, and he just really encouraged me, and I've done it. So it's all about Chris now.
He's very good. Yeah, obviously Chris from Fragmento. I'm sure most viewers will know him, and I've met him a couple of times. He's a lovely guy and very, very positive kind of force in the community. Really great that he encouraged you to do it. That's fantastic, isn't it? And congratulations, because your channel's growing really quick now. Is it 11,000 subscribers or something?
12,000 now.
12 now. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's pretty good. That's fantastic for a year. And if anyone hasn't seen Clemence's channel, any of my viewers, I really do recommend it. And I'm not just kind of saying this. I do think you've got quite a unique thing, not just because you have the great kind of French accent, but you have a certain style and kind of thing that you're into. A lot of my viewers, like me, are interested in the vintage fragrances, where you have a quite unique depth of knowledge about those. So it's really worth checking out Clemence's channel. So that's enough waffling now. I think it's time to get down to the matter at hand. So you've got 5 fragrances. The rules aren't too strict. What is your first pick for us, please?
Okay. My first pick will be a Creed Royal Oud, just there. Did you try that before?
Yes, I have that one. Yes, and it's
you
really
do?
good.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
I absolutely love it, because it's not like the title says, it's not just the oud fragrance. The oud is really like a backbone. You can really smell the woody note of cedar, sandalwood. So it's quite sharp. There's a lot of spices, but it's more, what I like with this scent is it's really a lot of contrast. I can smell the ingredients separately, which shows me that it's really qualitative, first of all. And I got really emotional actually the first time I smelled it, and that's why I picked it. I was smelling for a video, actually, a video of first impression. I was smelling all the Creed fragrances, really nice, really nice, really nice. And then I have this one, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay, it's going to sound stupid, but I was nearly like really emotional, because it made me think when I smelled it. I don't know, like a bit like a romantic story. And I thought of the library of my grandparents that I didn't see since years and years now. And I thought of that library. It smells, when you open a book and you smell that sharp woodiness, that's what I smelled. And I was like, oh my God. So that made me travel really. And I love the fact that it's a bit like masculine on me. I like a woody scent on me. I think it gives me character. I don't know why, but I love that. So yeah, so that's definitely my first pick. And I couldn't get bored of this fragrance, never. I only wear it when I feel I'm gonna be with, just person that I admire or things like that, or I want to be of self-confidence, but without showing too much, then I will go for that. So yeah.
That is a brilliant choice. I love that fragrance too. It's absolutely superb. And now I didn't actually say anything about whether these should be men's or women's fragrances. That one is generally seen by most people as a men's fragrance, but
yes.
you're talking about this as a fragrance that you like to wear yourself, right?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I'm a bit weird with that. I wear a lot of men's fragrance. I will tell you after, actually. I've got a fragrance that is going to tell you why.
Okay, so and going forward, like, so you're talking about the fragrances in this list that you like to wear, though, right?
Yes.
Because I actually didn't. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm very intrigued now, because I like that you've surprised me already. So this is good. What's the next one?
Okay, so the next one. So wait, Dan,
Yes.
we talking about the fragrance that means something to me, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter what. Yeah, but when you picked that one, I thought, oh, maybe she thought they have to be my top five men's
Ah, no, no,
fragrances,
no,
but you
no,
didn't
no. I
think
love
that,
it.
so it's
Don't be
fine. Yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
I know it
Okay,
always surprise everyone, but no, don't worry.
that's
Oh,
good. No.
actually, the next one is a bit more ladylike. So that's really something that I love because I love vintage fragrance, just as you. I think we share that together.
Yep, yep.
So, like this one is a little gem that I keep. It's very tiny. I don't really wear it. I just sniff it, and it's called Arpège from
Uh-huh.
Lanvin.
Yep.
So it's a little box like this. It looks like an engagement ring. That's actually what I would like. It's amazing. I just need that. And
Can we?
so you
Yeah.
open it
Yep,
and
yep.
you've
Oh
got the
wow. Oh, it's beautiful.
little
Yeah, yeah,
bottle. So Arpège was actually like alongside, it was I think launched around 1922 alongside number 5 from Chanel. But Lanvin was a very like I would say classic fragrance house and also fashion house in France. And this fragrance, I love it because it's kind of the same sort as number 5. It's got a lot of aldehydes, and that's what I love about vintage fragrance usually, that fizziness, that champagne fizziness that gives aldehydes. So it's very flowery, but in a very vintage way. And every time I smell it, it's just bring me in a different era. Like I'm in the 1920s. I feel ultra glamorous and everything. And so I used to have the biggest bottle, not anymore. You can still buy this one, but this is quite special because it's the
Mm-hmm.
extract. So that's why it's so tiny. And
Mm-hmm.
it's very rare to actually find the extract nowadays. So I keep that as a little jewel. And it's really like staying hidden in my flat because I really think it's really precious. So really means a lot to me because all those fragrances tells you a story, and that's what I
Mm-hmm.
like. This fragrance was, by the way, created by the Jeanne Lanvin for a daughter, so it was a tribute to her. So it's nearly like a family, I would say, gift. So I just I love that about it.
That's beautiful. And so it goes right back to, you say,
Yeah,
1920
I
or something.
think
Is that right?
as I remember, it has to be 1922 or 25,
Wow.
something like that. But definitely alongside number 5, it was not as oriental as 5. It was more flowery,
Mm-hmm.
and still the champagne note that is here. So it's really alongside to it.
Wonderful. And if you were to, it sounds like you don't wear it very much, but if you were, you would just maybe dab on the finger and it would be that kind of thing. Yeah.
I've done some layering with it. I like to apply extract just on the pulse point or a
Mhm.
bit over here, and then I spray something else all over. Usually with this one, I take a number 5 eau de toilette and I spray all over.
Okay. So it's in the same ballpark as Chanel number 5, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Okay.
It's a bit more powerful as well, so that's why I like it even better.
I want to try it now. Okay, I'm going to have to check that one out. So, and of course, if people are interested, that you can still buy the eau de parfum or eau de. Is there an eau de toilette or eau de parfum
I
or?
think the eau de parfum is still available. It's
Mhm.
difficult to find nowadays, but
Okay.
you can still find it though.
Okay. So, guys, that's Lanvin Arpège or Lanvin
Beautiful.
Arpège for English viewers. Okay. So, great choice. Love it. And of course, yeah, like you, I love the vintage stuff. Next up, then, what have you got next for us?
Okay, so that's the fragrance that is, I would say, I need to try the designer that I really enjoy for a particular story, and it's Terre d'Hermès. Again, it's a fragrance I wear. So I love this fragrance because for me it's one of the best vetiver that is still available to buy as a designer scent. I love the fact that it's extremely punchy with the orange and a bit spicy with the black pepper. It gives a lot of character without being too much. It's a bit casual, chic, elegance. So I like that about it. And I do wear it a lot myself because, I told you that it was a family kind of heritage, the fragrance. Well, my mom' favorite fragrance is this one too. She
Really?
loves it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She wear it all the time. And I remember when I was a kid, used to ask her, "Oh, what are you wearing? You smells really, really nice." And she used to say, "Oh, it's this one." And I remember I wanted to buy it for Christmas or birthday. And I went to Sephora with my dad. And I was like, but where is that fragrance? I can't find it. And it was like, oh, it's in the men's. And I was like, well, why is she wearing men's fragrance? And yeah, basically she just doesn't care. Like she was like, it's ingredient, I don't care. So that's what I like as well. And I started to wear it, and I can't like live without it now. I use it kind of like on a daily basis, for daytime, when I
Hmm.
want to go out, or when I want to feel you know just classy without giving too much. Like it's a bit effortless, really. So that's what I love about it. And it's, my mom wore it, my dad wore it, and I think my granddad too. So it's
Wow.
again makes me think of family.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, what a brilliant fragrance. I think it was a 2006 release. Jean-Claude Eleanor, wasn't it, the perfumer for that one?
I
And
love that.
I've got it too, and I love it. It's really, I mean, it's a bit of a cliche to say modern masterpiece, but I think that really is, of the
I think it
21st
does.
century, one of the top five
Yeah.
designer creations, because it's unique, really, isn't it?
It's so unique, and Jean-Claude Denela's style is always amazing because this guy is creating fragrances that are so simple,
Mm,
but for some reason they work so much. Like it's just very simple, but
mm,
at the same time it gives something. I don't know how to explain it, but this
mm.
man knows how to create casual chic to me.
Yeah, I agree. That is just a stunning fragrance, and yeah, very good choice. And yeah, great to hear that you feel happy wearing that. Of course, I mean, when you think about it, there's nothing massively manly about the smell, is there? There's no reason
No,
why that can't be great on anybody out there. So that's great. Okay, well, we're going to move on. Is that three already?
we've done three.
Goodness me. Okay, so let's
No,
find
oh
out.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what. I'll just have a little bit of personal interest then. How are you coping at the moment, Clemence, with 2020? And you're in North London, right?
yes.
Everything
Uh,
going all right there at the moment?
It's okay. I mean, it's all right. Of course, like everyone, I would say it's super challenging times because I think all of us had to think of something different to do in their life, or are we in the good way? Like, what were we doing with our life and things like that? It's difficult, honestly. Um, but I mean, this year, like I stayed more at home, so I had time to think. I've done more videos, I've been more creative, and at the same time, I changed my job recently because I had a thing during all this year because of the all the time I had, and like so it's okay. I think I'm trying to see the positive in every situation, even if it's a bit crap, but but hopefully next year will be better.
Yep, fingers crossed that things will be looking up in 2021. And just because, yeah, we all had a bit more time maybe to do up our homes and stuff. And I noticed you have a lot of lovely images on your Instagram. And
Like,
have you got there's a picture frame behind you with no picture in it?
yes. So
You're quite into these. I love some of the ornate picture frames. And I think you're quite into art, aren't you?
Oh, I love anything that is Baroque, like
Uh-huh.
that
Okay.
Baroque architecture, ornaments, everything that's got too much details and too much gold. I'm like, oh, that's amazing.
Okay.
I've got obsession with anything like that. So yeah, it's really the same scheme, I would say, in my Instagram. It has to follow that Baroque style.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks really great. So, okay, great. Good to have a bit of insight into that side of you. So now it's time for your fourth pick. What have you got for us next?
Okay, so my first pick is Grand Soir by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. So again, it's not it's not really categorized in the feminine side. What's wrong with me? Anyway, I love this fragrance because I used to always love amber fragrance. Anything that is a bit oriental to me is great. And I remember when I smelled that for the first time, I had like a revelation. I was like, oh my God, that's probably the best amber I'm smelling. I love it because it's something that is quite deep and very quite heavy amber, but for some reason you've got some luminosity in the fragrance. So Francis Kurkdjian described it himself, this fragrance, as a reflection of an evening in Paris with all the Parisian lights. And I can definitely picture that when I'm smelling it. For some reason, when you wear it, you still have something quite luminous, even though it's super sensual and quite heavy. It does have something like, I don't know, effervescent in the fragrance. And I love that. So I do wear that, on any evening where I need to impress and everything. So that's something that I really like. And also, I don't know like when I bought it, but it was probably, I don't know, like I didn't have that much niche fragrances before. Niche, I'm saying niche, but
Mm.
so I didn't have that much, and really that was one of the pick that I was just super happy. I bought it and I was with my little bag and I was like, oh my god, like, so excited. So it's really a great memory to me because I remember I came 2 hours just to pick that scent and I was just super happy after for the whole evening. So it's really a great memory for me. And it shows a bit like, I don't know, my new little life in London. So yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, I need to try that one. Maybe I've smelled it sometime, but it's not one that I'm familiar with. But I know a lot of people really rate it, so that's really good. And I
Yeah.
think that's your first niche pick, isn't it, of the list?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is.
I mean,
I
which
don't know if
reminds. Oh no, sorry, no, Royal Oud. You did
there's
Royal Oud as well.
royalties
That's
though.
right. But I
Yeah,
mean, it's with the great history of French perfumery and so many great houses. Not just the obvious ones of Chanel and Dior, but you've mentioned Lanvin. There's so much great stuff out there, isn't there? We don't always need niche to find really really great fragrances.
yeah. I think it's a bit like that's what I find a shame at the moment is that a lot of people make confusion really with niche and quality. I mean,
Mm,
niche is okay. It's a lot of creativity. Maybe perfumer has more space to express themselves and everything, but it doesn't really mean that it's going to be more qualitative. Usually it is. It is for a lot of cases, but
mm.
designer use, and I've worked in fragrance, like for a different brand, and I know that they use also very amazing ingredients. It's just, something that is a bit more mass appealing. So you don't really need to go niche to be unique or exceptional. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very true. A lot of it is about the perception of the brand, and the niche brands just have somehow managed to kind of carve out this image that they're something even more special than designer, but it doesn't mean
Yeah,
that the ingredients necessarily are twice as good or anything like that. But yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so well, we're already on to your fifth selection. So what is it?
Okay, I don't know if I did show you that before on a previous live. Maybe we've done together. I'm not sure because this one is always something I show because it's quite impressive. So it's gonna be very big. Don't be scared.
Stand back, viewers. Okay, get ready. I'm not sure what's coming next, but I'm quite excited.
Oh,
Okay.
stop! Stop!
I'm just a fragrance enthusiast. This is exciting. Okay. So,
Okay, yeah, I'll show you. All right. So this is this massive thing. Okay, let me just turn it. So this is actually a fragrance wardrobe. So when you open it, there's actually
wow.
some light. So it's a bit cray, a bit crazy
Wow.
like this. So
Yeah,
can
that's
you stand
incredible.
nice? Amazing. So it's actually, so I'm going to remove the little wardrobe. So
Yeah.
first of all, the packaging, I mean, makes it quite special to me. It's one of my friends that gifted me that for my birthday. When I opened
Wow.
it, I couldn't understand what it was.
I've
So
no idea what this is. No, I've never seen this before.
it's a brand that is called Milano Oud, and this is called Provocante, so provocative in French.
Wow. Okay. Look at that bottle. That is
Look at that
incredible.
bottle.
That is the bottle of the century.
I remember the first time I met, I think I met, Frax to Richie, Steve, and Chris. I
Yes.
remember one of them said, "Oh, you could actually kill someone with that." I was like,
You could. Yeah.
probably. But yeah, it's very heavy. But what I like with it is basically oud fragrance. I like oud fragrance myself because anything that is oriental, I really enjoy because I
Mhm.
think it gives a lot of charm, mystery, and that's why I like. But this one is quite special because it's a pure extract. So it's something that I only spray on the pulse point. So totally forbidden to spray too much with this fragrance because
Okay.
otherwise you intoxicate the whole neighborhood.
Right.
So this is not what we want. So
Yep.
just a little bit on the pulse point, and it's like basically, it's funny because it's very special to me because I've done some research on it. There's no way you can find the list of ingredients, so it's very weird and special, and I don't know what's inside. For
Hmm.
me, it's like slightly more flowery and a bit aldehydic kind of oud, like fizzy.
Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah, apart from that, I've got no idea what's inside. But I
Oh,
just
okay.
think, yeah. But
So
it's a really, hmm?
can you just give us the name again then? Because a lot of people won't have heard of it.
It's Milano Oud. So that's the name of the brand.
Milano
And
Oud.
yeah,
And
and hmm?
the fragrance is that the fragrance name or the brand name?
The brand
Okay, and the fragrance is called
Provocante.
Provocance. Okay,
Provocative.
yes, I get it. Okay, but you can't just find this on Fragrantica with a nice neat note listing. Uh,
Impossible. But
uh,
it's actually a brand that is quite well known because
oh,
they've got a shop in Oxford Circus.
right.
That's where my friend bought it.
Uh,
So she just found those bottles and she was like, "This is crazy." So
it is an
she got one for me.
insanely brilliant bottle. So, well, I'll have to look these guys up, and maybe if I can find it, I'll put a link to them in the description because I'm sure a lot of viewers will be interested to find out about that one. And without wishing to be vulgar and talk about money, but is it terribly expensive? Do you know, or is it sort of affordable?
I've looked. It's not
Roughly?
terribly expensive.
Okay.
It's like the price of a niche fragrance for sure, but it's not like completely mad. You're not gonna pay £500. I
Okay.
think it's probably around 100 and 200, but I'm not too sure because I
Okay.
didn't want to be rude with my friend and look at the price.
Yep, yep. Okay, I just was wondering how accessible it is for people. Okay, well that is spectacular, and what a fantastic varied list you've given us. I expected nothing less from you, and some really good selections. I hope that the viewers down there will let us know what they thought about all those, and hopefully we might make this an ongoing series where I get other people and do this format because I think it's very good fun. And last week we were both at the Scent Explorer event, weren't we, with Max 40, which unfortunately, of course, was an online thing. How did you find that? We were both on this rather big panel of people, weren't we? It was quite, I was quite sort of not quite sure how it would work, but what did you think about it?
I honestly, for the panel time that we had together, I was super scared. I think just like you, we didn't know what to expect because there were so many people who were like, we're never going to be able to talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but I think Max managed it like a superstar. He was looking like a journalist to me, like he was
Yeah.
asking a question and picking free, and he was just very fluid. So I was
Yes.
like really impressed. It was really nice. So I really enjoyed it. And so many brands that I learned about as well.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
And
it was really good. Yeah, and yeah, it was kind of fun to be on the panel in the end. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the only kind of events we can attend at the moment. But
oh,
hopefully,
Dan,
yes.
sorry to cut you. I mean, you've done the best of Scent Explore. Can we talk about that rap?
Oh, yeah. Well, the one of the things of Scent Explore, if people don't know, watching was that a lot of people, the YouTubers, quite a lot of them are a bit musical. So there were quite a few musical performances that people, I think they pre-recorded a video. So you've got uh, Justin Copeland, is that right? Plays the trumpet, like really he's a professional. That's his main career. Andrea from Curly Scents again has a music career, and of course the Brooklyn Fragrance Lover and Red Adolescence, they did a song together. And then there was one person who doesn't actually have any right to be there as a musician, but for some reason I was allowed to make a rap for it, which kind of should have gone at the beginning because it was sort of saying I'm going to get you to all the other reviewers, but he put it right at the end. Perhaps not surprised. Perhaps I don't
I
blame
think
him.
everyone was waiting for it. I could see the viewers in the chat being like, I'm just
Uh,
here for Mr. Smelly.
Yeah, well, I think they may have been slightly disappointed if they had waited a whole
No,
night. But thank you.
no,
Yes,
no.
it
It
was.
was great.
It was good fun. It was good. I gave most of the other people there, including you, a mention in it. I think it's at the beginning of one of my other videos, actually, if anyone's interested to check it out. So I think it's the video 2 before this. You can find it's my best purchases of 2020 if anyone wants to watch it. But you didn't. I don't think you gave us a musical performance, did you, Clemence?
No, and better not. I sing like in French we say I sing like a casserole, like a pan. So it's basically you
Uh,
basically know. I do guitar a little
ah,
bit,
okay.
but yeah, but singing no. So I can play a bit of guitar, but that's it.
Ah, Fantastic. Well, I used to be a guitar teacher, so
Oh my
maybe
God.
next
I
time
will never play in front of you.
we could have a little. We could maybe I'll get you on again, and we'll do a little duet or something.
Well, yeah, sure.
I'm sure. If viewers think this is worth watching, then let me know in the comments, and we'll see if we can persuade Clemence. Come on, I'm sure you can do.
No.
All right, but no pressure, no pressure. Okay, well, I guess that's it for today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks a lot for joining us. As I say, guys, don't forget to check out Clemence's channel and the Instagram. Both really, I'm not just saying this, genuinely worth following for something a bit different in the frag world, and someone very, very knowledgeable who's got a genuine industry experience as well as charm and charisma. So it's a great channel to follow. So thank you ever so much for joining us. We will see everybody out there in the next video, either on my channel or over on Clemence's. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget everyone, whatever you're doing in life, let's project. Bye-bye. Au revoir.
Au revoir.